Hey everybody, welcome back to the Thinking Crypto channel, your home for crypto news and interviews. I have huge XRP news to share with you all. Lots to cover, so make sure you watch the video to the end. Ripple has released their on-demand liquidity statistics of adoption, and there is growth, massive growth. In fact, I want to share the metrics with you and show you what they have outlined and what's upcoming. And we have some Ripple employees weighing in on the growth of ODL. In addition, we have the XRP, the Q3 XRP report. So I want to share the details there. And we also have a quarterly report from SBI Holdings, which is heavily invested in Ripple. And man, oh man, if you see what they have planned, they're even planning for the Ripple IPO. This is really revealing stuff. It's a deck that the president and CEO usually shares in their earnings report. So I want to share that with you. And we have an article from Rosalind Layton of Forbes. She's exposing Gary Gensler and the SEC again. I love to see it because we know a lot of shady stuff's been going on there, lots of conflicts of interest, and we know Gary Gensler he's not on board with the innovation and the growth of this crypto asset class. So I want to break that down for you. And we have some huge Bitcoin mining news as well that I want to cover. Now, before we get to it, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment below, and hit the subscribe button if you're new here. It helps support the channel and it doesn't cost you anything. Guys, this video is brought to you by OKCoin Crypto Exchange, where you can buy, sell, and trade your favorite cryptocurrencies, and you don't have to pay high fees. OKCoin charges low fees. You can also stake your crypto and keep 100% of the rewards. There are no fees charged for staking your crypto. In fact, OKCoin is the only exchange where you can buy Miami coin and stake it and earn 430% APY. Now, that's not going to last forever, so be sure to take advantage of it. I'm currently, staking, and I'm earning the Stacks token. So this is really great returns. So be sure to sign up, link in the description. Let's take a look at the market here. All coins have been pumping a bit. Obviously, we talked about Shiba Inu yesterday. Ethereum has been pumping. It crossed a new all-time high, I think like 4,400. Look, potentially we could see 5,000 next week. We'll see what happens. But Bitcoin's over 62,000. Cardano is at $2 and just over $2, really. Not much happening there. You know, it had its pump really strong earlier this year, and I think it's going to cool off for a bit and stay in kind of a stagnant position and then pump again. Solana is about $200. XRP is just over $1. So alts have been moving, and that's because Bitcoin has been in a cool off phase. You know, it was kind of in the overbought phase, and it's building support levels here. You know, we have to see how the week ends on Sunday, and obviously that'll be the end of October 31st. And I do believe we'll probably see another red candle here on the weekly chart because we need to build support levels. And like I've been sharing, we could bounce off of 58,000 and then keep going up, right? So this is just your cool off period, building support levels. Then we work our way up. Nothing goes up in a straight line. And the macro level charts, such as Plan B stock to flow model, is on track. He even like tweeted the following today. He said, imagine selling Bitcoin now, with a laughing emoji. And absolutely, right? This is, we haven't hit our blow off top yet. So now is not the time to sell. That's not to say if you're comfortable and you want to take profits now because maybe you bought Bitcoin at $5 or $10, right? So your returns are like really incredible. You can go ahead. It's just in general, I'm talking about, you know, like I bought Bitcoin years ago in the $1,000 range, $2,000 range. So I'm waiting for the higher highs as much as possible. And of course, the same applies to altcoins because the altcoins follow Bitcoin's move. So we are still on track. Here's another macro level chart from TechDev. Obviously, he said the following here: volatile on the short time frame. So the week to week, the month to month is very volatile, but macro level, you can see we are pretty steady, and we're playing out that 4-year cycle. And once again, we have not hit the blow off top for Bitcoin yet. All right, guys, the Ripple XRP news. ODL, on-demand liquidity. It leverages XRP to move money cross-border to improve the current process, which is SWIFT, which takes days. XRP in ODL settles in seconds, and obviously with the parties involved in a couple minutes. that is faster than anything out there right now when it comes to cross-border payments. So ODL had its best year yet. And we're not even into November. Since Q3 of 2020, transactions over RippleNet have doubled, and ODL transactions account for 25% of total dollar volume across the network in Q3. Guys, we are seeing growth of on-demand liquidity despite the SEC lawsuit. That's because Ripple is a global company. So despite the SEC and Jay Clayton and William Hinman and Gary Gensler, Ripple is still moving forward. They are still setting up shop in different countries, getting their on-demand liquidity corridor set up. We just talked about, People, and I believe that's the name of the company. They're setting up a corridor in one of the largest, I believe the largest, in fact, in the world, between the Middle East and various countries around there. So billions are being moved, and this will help. The on-demand liquidity solution will help move money faster, of course. So let me give you some details. RippleNet has seen its best year to date with massive growth globally. ODL customers today can now access over 20 countries around the world for their payment needs. Since Q3 last year, transactions over RippleNet have more than doubled, and ODL transactions are up 130% quarter over quarter. ODL transactions in Q3 accounted for 25% of total dollar volume across the network, while our US ODL flows were essentially halted due to regulatory uncertainty. Screw you, SEC. That's not what's in the article, of course. That's just my commentary. International ODL volume has continued to surge, with volume growing more than 25x since Q3 last year. This is bullish, my friends. This is what you want to see when you're invested in an asset, right? You want to see that on different fronts, and we're talking about XRP. It's not just about Ripple, but other companies leveraging it, and a lot of the market itself, different people using it for different use cases, that it's getting adoption, that there's movement, there's progress, right? Because if a project, that asset is stagnant, there's something wrong, right? There should be progress. What is the team working on? And clearly the team at Ripple has been doing some great things here. And this makes me bullish. You guys know I hold XRP. It's the #1 in my portfolio. I am looking at a $10 to $15 price point. At the peak of the bull run, could go higher, if we get this settlement from the lawsuit in time, but we'll see what happens. Now, Ripple's Craig DeWitt, who I've interviewed on the channel. If you haven't seen my interview with him, I'll put a link in the description. He said a few XRP powered ODL stats, just replying to that. And the items I just covered, he said, we're just getting started, period. I like that. I like that a lot. Now, Ashish Burla of Ripple, who I've also interviewed, and he said the following: on-demand liquidity, a labor of love from Team RippleNet and testament to the power of crypto. What was once a vision a few years ago now accounts for 25% of the total dollar volume over our network, RippleNet. Wow. You see the graph here that he shows, just the growth from just earlier this year. Look at that. That's huge. I think they've ramped up and they're ready. They're just ready to go. And that's pretty exciting, guys. It's just so bullish. Now, he did a 3-parter tweet here, it seems like. He says, January 2021, some thought ODL was dead. Today, 20 ODL send markets over open volume incentives paid to customers have decreased by over 90% since 2019. And 3 out of 5 of our highest transacting customers in 2020 upgraded to ODL for XRP powered payments from solely fiat base. Finally, he said here, and beyond our bread and butter cross-border payments, Ripple is tackling use cases like treasury management, lines of credit, and liquidity services. Expect more at Swell. I like that. Enterprises are ready to and excited to integrate crypto, Q4 plus beyond, and here we come. Wow, guys, I think Ripple's team is just like, you know what, screw the SEC. We're just going to keep moving forward. And I think that's because we know the SEC is in a bad position. They don't have any solid evidence. We see the SEC is getting slammed on multiple fronts. The entire crypto market, right? Now people in Congress, you have people in business are slamming them. So Ripple's just like, we're going to be heads down and keep building. This is bullish, and you're seeing real world adoption and utility here. And this is going to bode well for the price as the market cycles play out, my friends. So bullish. And like I said, if you haven't seen my interview with Ashish, be sure to check it out. The link will be in the description. Now, this was so revealing, guys. SBI, Yoshitaka Kitao, many of you know who he is. Here's some slides from their presentation. This is verified. There's a link here to the full deck. The SBI Q2 report is out. 6 slides bear upon XRP and Ripple. And then I just type a couple more thoughts on this. By the way, this is from the Wrath of Conman, who tweeted this and summarized this. A shout out to him. He says, first up, ODL makes the presentation, page 181. Japanese yen to Philippine pesos is Japan's first digital asset remittance service. It says here, number 2, not a huge surprise, but SBI is planning for Ripple's IPO. Number 3, SBI has set up a car export businesses in Africa with the intent to use XRP. Wow. SBI is launching a crypto fund of the DA they sell with a large portion of as XRP. Not clear if it will be 50% as reported last year, but doubtful. It says here, XRP is central to XRP is central to their remittance strategy, obviously, but as SBI goes all in with DeFi, tokenized assets, and NFTs, will XRP find an expanding role? Let me show you some of the images here, guys. Look at this. They're showing the flow between the Japanese yen and the Philippines pesos. So this is from a bank, guys, a financial conglomerate in Japan. This is so bullish. Look at the headline. Using XRP as a bridge currency reduces credit risk and pre-funding costs, as well as enhances competitiveness. Wow. Let me show you the other slides. Here, in the future, large IPO stocks such as Ripple and R3 will be expected to continue to contribute to high levels of profits because they are invested in Ripple and R3. Guys, oh man, I'm so bullish in XRP right now. This is awesome. And here, here's what it clearly says it in the deck. They are also working on building a system that allows the use of digital asset XRP for payment with SBI Motor Japan for exported used vehicles. Now, those of you who know your world affairs, Africa, the countries in Africa are having an industrial revolution right now. And China recognizes that. I wish the US was doing it. China is going in there and setting up shop. These countries are developing, so they're seeing a boom. And you're going to see a lot of the things that we take for granted in the Western world is now going to be set up there, right? All the infrastructure, roads, rental cars, buying cars, whatever it is. So many countries in Africa are booming now, guys. And then this is the great thing about crypto that's going to help a lot of these people, a lot of them who are unbanked or don't have access to proper financial services are now going to have it. And SBI clearly trying to position XRP. Oh man, so bullish, guys. I wish I could spend hours, going through these things, but I just want to give you guys at a high level so you know what's happening if you're invested in XRP. Now, Ripple also released their Q3 markets report. I won't go through all the details, but here's the TLDR. They said, in our Q3 XRP markets report, we review the latest XRP trends and news from NFT mania to unprecedented ODL growth and DeFi to tokenization. And, they provide the full details on their website, obviously covers NFT and what's happening. And we know, guys, NFTs are coming to the XRP ledger and they're going to be fast and you don't have to pay ridiculous Ethereum gas fees. Look, I'm bullish on Ethereum. I hold in my portfolio, but I'm not an idiot. Like, you look at the gas fees and I'm like, why the hell would I go pay that amount of money to go build something and all that? I'm going to wait for the XRPL version. Now, don't get me wrong. You have Solana, Avalanche, and Terra, and so forth. You can use those. Those are faster than Ethereum, but we'll see who. There's going to be multiple winners. Obviously, some are not going to win, but I do believe Ripple is positioning the XRP ledger here for another major use case. So I'm excited about this, guys. And I think NFTs are going to be big and add more value to the XRP ledger network. So there's network effect. Remember that. And that contributes to the price. All right. A dirty Gary Gensler. Rosalind Layton just laying out the dishing out the details here on Gary Gensler, because she's been doing obviously a lot of investigative journalism. Here's the title: SEC Chair Gary Gensler's war on crypto is about his resume. He is trying to get the treasury job. So he's trying to block as much as he can. But I think the other part of it, as we've discussed, is that he is a Goldman Sachs guy. He's a puppet for the banking cartel. I believe that despite JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs and these guys launching Bitcoin funds, as Jamie Dimon said, he does not like Bitcoin, doesn't care for it. They don't like it. It disrupts them. It takes money away. It takes power away from them. So they are trying to stop this as much as possible. So she goes into details about MIT. There's all kinds of connections to shady people and what's going on in his background. Gary didn't have a background on crypto. He just came in there and talked about it. And he pretty much just, kind of at a high level said, well, this is the blockchain, crypto runs on it. So it was nothing groundbreaking. We were hoping as a regulator, because he talked about these things, that he would be friendly to it, but he was not, clearly, right? But there's connections to Jeffrey Epstein and so forth, right? It's really getting crazy, guys. Obviously I can't read this whole thing. This is just too long. But the TLDR, she's exposing him. He's trying to get the treasury job, and just his background at MIT, connections to Jeffrey Epstein and all kinds of shady people. So I highly recommend you guys read this. But you may say, well, Tony, so what? Well, this is going to put pressure and expose Gensler and the SEC. And once again, that optics are a big part of society, right? And even within politics. So it puts the SEC in a bad position, and they don't have solid evidence. And this further exposes the conflicts of interest and the shady and the picking of winners and losers and things along those lines. So this is good. We want more of this. Expose the truth, expose what's happening, the conflicts of interest, because we need Ripple to win this lawsuit. Even if you don't hold XRP, you hold Dogecoin, you hold whatever, Chainlink, Cardano, you need Ripple to win this, because Gensler is going after everybody, right? You saw he stopped the Coinbase lend. He's going after Terra Luna now. So if we can expose the chink in the SEC's armor here, it's going to be much easier for the rest of the crypto market to fight this. I think ultimately Congress will step in and change the law, but Congress moves like a snail. We've seen U.S. politics, right? So we need Ripple to come out of this successful. Now, Congressman Tom Emmer, who I've interviewed on the channel, a gentleman who has said XRP is not a security on record, he retweeted the excerpt from the Rosalind Layton's article, and he said spot on. And here's what he tweeted: Gensler refuses to engage the retail crypto investors he claims to be defending, and his incoherent everything crackdown on the US financial marketplace only strengthens the idea that his war on crypto is about furthering his career, not the best for investors, the economy, or innovation. Abso-freaking-lutely. There you go. That's what it is. All right, guys, let's talk about some Bitcoin. I hold Bitcoin in my portfolio. I believe Bitcoin's here to stay. Bitcoin's digital gold, and China banned Bitcoin mining, and the US is allowing Bitcoin mining. Not only allowing it, they're fostering it. States are inviting people to miners to their states, and we see miners are going public. Here, large North American Bitcoin miner Rhodium filed with the SEC to go public. See what's happening here, my friends. And something that's interesting, a lot of these miners are not selling their Bitcoin. They're just holding it. They know higher prices are coming, which makes me very bullish. Now, speaking of Bitcoin mining growth in the United States, the Foundry, which is owned by Digital Currency Group, which also owns Grayscale, CoinDesk, and a whole bunch of other companies headed up by Barry Silbert, the Foundry USA Bitcoin mining pool has taken the second spot in the global pool rankings over the past 24 hours. Guys, see what's happening? They were like number 15 months ago. And those of you who've been following my channel for years, Guys, I talked about this. I said the US would not sit by idly and let China control the hash rate. You know, I got the receipts, guys. I got the videos. When Trump was in office, I talked about it, and it's all playing out. This has become a battle for control of the new financial system, which is crypto, blockchain, CBDCs, NFTs, digital assets, stable coins, tokenized securities and assets on the blockchain, guys. That's where we're headed, full token economy, a multi-chain world. So here's another breaking news from across the globe. Australia's regulator gives green light to Bitcoin ETFs. So multiple countries are going to approve Bitcoin ETFs. We saw Canada, Brazil, and some places in Europe, they had approved Bitcoin ETFs before the United States. But now that the United States has done it, watch the others just jump on board. Game theory, right? And many folks wait to see the US's move, before they do something. And if the US is doing it, obviously it sets the standard. That's just how it's been, because the US is a world superpower. Now, NYDIG. How many times have I said, guys, pay attention to these guys. Watch what they're doing. Huge Wall Street connections. Benjamin Lawsky, and those of you who know who Ben Lawsky is and the Bit license and the time he spent at Ripple as well, there's huge connections here, a lot of money and power. Look what they just did. NYDIG is purchasing British payments startup Bottlepay for between $280 million to $300 million in stock. They are setting up one of the biggest infrastructures, guys, for banks and all kinds of payments, retail payments with NCR. Huge news. And just yesterday, I reported that they partnered with a luxury car dealer, where you can go buy your luxury car with Bitcoin or crypto. And they're also setting up the ability for that luxury car dealership to pay their employees in Bitcoin. So they're just setting up on-ramps left and right, guys. So bullish. Guys, what do you think about this XRP news? I think this is massive. The fact that we're seeing this type of growth, despite the SEC lawsuit, I think a settlement is in works. Obviously, it's hard to say when that's going to happen. But my fingers are crossed, and I'm hoping that it happens within this bull run cycle, so XRP catches that momentum as Bitcoin is the rising tide that lifts all boats. We've seen it. Bitcoin pumps, then you have a massive epic alt season, and we want XRP to have the clarity in that alt season to move up. If you don't understand what I just said, check out my previous videos. But what we've seen historically, Bitcoin pumps, then money flows to altcoins, guys, and we've seen larger gains in altcoins than with Bitcoin. So I'm excited. I'm bullish. XRP, I continue to hold it. I buy the dips here and there. Some of you may ask, where are you buying it? I'm buying it on Uphold, as well as I think BuyTrue. I personally don't use BuyTrue. I'm just saying it's available there, but Uphold is my main source. And I'm excited to see what the price is going to be, because I do think there's some pent-up energy here. There's some coiled energy because XRP has been delisted, and you have all this bullish news from Ripple. And then if they get a settlement and clarity, it releases all that kinetic energy, so to speak, right? All that pent-up energy. And I think you could see like a slingshot move of XRP's price going parabolic. So look, that's not guaranteed. I always keep it real with you guys. That's what I would like to happen. And I think there is a good chance of it happening, but it may not. Now, like I said, Bitcoin's a rising tide that lifts all boats. And I think the price of XRP will go up regardless, but it won't go as high as if we were to get a relisting, obviously the clarity, settlement, and relisting. So I hope you guys get what I'm saying there. Anyway, leave your thoughts and comments below. Hit the thumbs up button, share the videos, subscribe, guys. And heads up, I'll be interviewing some people from Ripple soon, Monica Long, and also be doing a third interview with David Schwartz. And I have a full playlist on Ripple XRP. You guys seen it. I've interviewed Brad Garlinghouse and David Schwartz, Ashish Burla, Craig Wright, Adam Trademan of SBI Ripple Asia, Greg Kidd, investor in Ripple. So be sure to check out that playlist, guys. And I'll talk to you all later.